My name is Muhammad Farhan bin Osman. I will present about abstract, introduction and objective. Water is one of most important element in life that contributes to many uses. Water is used in daily life, agriculture, livestock and so on. Excessive water consumption in the livestock industry, especially in meat and dairy processing, require a large supply of water every day. High water consumption means that the discharge of wastewater of the livestock industry also has an impact on the industry itself, as well as having an impact on the environment. The release into the environment of industrial feedlot effluent without adequate treatment leads greatly to the deterioration of water quality. In this study has identified several types of the method to treat wastewater from industrial feedlot. Among them are phytoremediation, aerated lagoon, and holding pond method. Finally, phytoremediation was chosen as the best method among the three methods. Population growth now causes the demand of the clean water supply to increase for all humans, animals, plants, and the climate, and for all living and non-living things. Water is one of the main natural resources. The increase in the population of the country contributes in parallel to the increase of food needs. Food needs must come with the current agricultural and livestock sector. In the rural area, the livestock sector plays a significant role. The importance of livestock in the agricultural economy has been recognized, and livestock is an asset in rural areas. The uncontrolled development of the livestock industry will result in various problems, especially in the management of wastewater from the livestock area. Poor management will result in wastewater pollution in water resources. However, it is no exception that the livestock industry also constantly releases wastewater to the drainage system from various processes in livestock farms. Some irresponsible livestock industry will always find a way to use the most cheap method of their business to ensure the wastewater is released to the environment. Wastewater from human activity in agricultural and livestock containing contaminant that can affect human health and the environment. As a starting point for pollution control, approach such as wastewater treatment should be initiated from each livestock farm. The purpose of this study is to identify the effective wastewater treatment method from industrial feedlot before the effluent enter the water stream.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Mohd Hairul Bin Khamidun, and I will present about problem statement and literature review. So I will start the presentation with the problem statement first. So first of all, our project is conduct based on online distance learning because of pandemic COVID-19. So this semester is fully online learning. So we conduct it from our home, and we connect with each other by using online platform. So problem statement for this project is water is said to be polluted when it has value level 3 quality is as suggested in the report. Water criteria and quality standard for Malaysia volume 1 to 5. Livestock wastewater is wastewater from livestock activities such as business livestock management, livestock slaughterhouse, and processing of livestock products. Livestock wastewater covering solid and liquid animal waste such as animal urine, excrement, food waste, embryos, eggshells, fat, blood, feathers, nails, bone, and so on. Wastewater management is important before flowing directly into the environment due to water waste can bring health problems as well as harm the environment otherwise treated properly. Feces and urine found in compound sewage Most of these organisms are harmless. In Malaysia, livestock wastewater control for entrepreneurs or small farmers is quite less monitored, whether they directly release livestock wastewater into the river or surface water flow. South Korea and the United States already have detailed regulations and monitoring to control the discharge of livestock wastewater before being discharged into the river. Raw livestock wastewater should be treated at livestock wastewater filtration plant before release to the surface of the earth. Wastewater has the potential to threaten water quality. Conventional treatment system that is commonly carried out is physical chemical systems by rotating back into wastewater for biological treatment. Most of the water in Malaysia is taken and used from reservoir and rivers. The quality is still at a poor level. Okay, then I will continue about literature review for our project is cows are livestock that are in high demand, especially during the festive season. Feedlot, so feedlot is to intensify the curfew of beef cattle intensively by providing quality food as well as adequate water, minerals and vitamins to grow and fatten cattle in a short time. The basis for selection of livestock for feedlot should be based on market needs. Cattle selected for feedlot breeding must be sourced from healthy sources or herds and certified free of disease by the Department of Veterinary Services. Sources of farms of livestock herd from which cattle are obtained must be ensured to have a certificate of disease free certification from the Department of Veterinary Services. Domestic beef production is still at a low level with the subsistence rate of beef production. Therefore, the country still depends on sources of meat supply from abroad, such as New Zealand cows, and demands for beef and cow milk constantly increasing to meet the demand of the domestic local market and the needs of the meat processing industry. Wastewater from feedlot is a dangerous wastewater. In Malaysia, most likely just dump the wastewater into the river, not filter before dump it to the river.
Assalamualaikum. For methodology is clarifying an analysis to identify relevant methods or technique used in the study. The outcome from the research must be clear to understand and applicable to the topic. In our project, we need to review article, journal or research paper from various researchers. We have to choose 3 best methods in wastewater treatment process for feedlot. We choose phytoremediation as first method. Phytoremediation method is an alternative method in processing of livestock wastewater. These methods are cheaper, efficient, healthy, and environmental friendly. The use of 15 species of aquatic plants from 4 major groups. Table below shows the characteristic of the feedlot wastewater. The use of plants such as perennium is one of the ways to minimize the potential for wastewater contaminant. To minimize of BOD, perenniums have been identified together with the lagoon scheme. And second method, we choose aerated lagoon method. In aerated lagoon method, based on an article by Agriculture and Agri-Food Canada, define that aeration is used in wastewater treatment plants to promote the activity of oxygen using bacteria to aid in the removal of nutrient and organic matter. In the wastewater, the bacteria eat nutrients and organic material and turn them to carbon dioxide, ammonia, fresh cell, and other waste material that sink down to the floor. And the third method that we choose is holding point. In other study, the amount of existence of chemical composition of effluent may be defined by the holding point, the large range of nutrient and solid level that can be expected in effluent from Australian feedlot holding points, which is we can see at table 4.4, indicates why effluent management need to be focused on site-specific effluent analysis.
Assalamualaikum and hello to everyone. So my part, I want to present about the data analysis and discussion. From methodology, we found that have three methods that can be used to treat the wastewater from feedlot. We just focus to photoremediation because we decide that photoremediation are more suitable to treat this wastewater from feedlot. Why we decide the photoremediation is because photoremediation are more cheaper than the others method and also safe environmental. So photoremediation have is defined from two words, plan and remedy. So this the meaning of photoremediation is we recover a pollution by plan. So I want to talk about how the plan to recover or remove the pollution. So in plan we have 6 mechanisms that have used to treat this contaminant in wastewater. Okay, first mechanism is phytoaccumulation. In this mechanism, the contaminant or waste or pollutant have been absorbed by plant in their roots or springs. So after the plant absorb all the contaminant and grow to the maximum rate, the plant have to harvest, and by the harvested the contaminant also will be removed from the soil or water. So this approach potentially to treat the wastewater. So second mechanism is phytovolatilization. So in this mechanism are using transpiration or evaporation to treat the wastewater. So basically plant absorb water. So if plant has absorbed the wastewater, so the water from the root will transport to the leaf, and at the leaf the water will be transpiration or evaporation. So by this mechanism, the contaminant from the wastewater also will be evaporate or transpiration. But in this mechanism, there are major step in must to do was we have to conversion the excessive toxic compound into the less toxic form. If we cannot convert it, it cannot be absorbed with the plant. So third mechanism is phytodegradation. So in this mechanism, the plant, the contaminant are degraded by the plant that called plant enzyme. So the example of prime example is munition waste, herbicide, and chlorinate solvent. So these enzymes are functional to destroy the organic contaminants into simpler molecules. So next is phytostimulation. Phytostimulation is like the phytodegradation, but the contaminant was degraded by the microorganism, not from the plant enzyme. So basically microorganism can dispose the contaminant or organic matter. So the function of the plant to give food and to provide food and nutrition for the microorganism to grow and metabolism. After the microorganism have grown, microorganism are function to destroy or dispose the contaminants. So the five mechanism is stabilization. So the function of this mechanism is of course to stabilize the soil from contaminant. So the meaning of stabilize is like plant sediment sorption or reduce the heavy metal to make the contaminant immobilize and tolerate. So this mechanism can protect the contaminant to distribute by the wind or water erosion. So the last mechanism is resofiltration. Resofiltration is like will filter the contaminant from water. It's like the function is like filtration. So we can filter the contaminant in wastewater, and we can remove the contaminant from the wastewater, so the wastewater will be treated. So we also found a lot of previous case study from other past research by using the phytoremediation in wastewater treatment. So I give just one example. There one research that treat the wastewater from the swine sector containing heavy metal. The plant that has been used to treat this wastewater is Iliocaris cellulose and Typha domingenis pers. So the result from this case study, the heavy metal are efficiently photoremediation by this both plant. So we got a good result from this method. So that's all from me. Thank you.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Okay, my name is HAZIQ HANAPI. My matrix number is CF180115. Okay, today I want to present about its conclusion. Okay, in conclusion, this study shows that the waste from feedlots has many effects on the nature, especially on water pollution. As we know, the feces and urine that found in sewage compound that come from the feedlot, it contains millions of intestinal bacteria and small number of the other organisms. Then we identified that there are several methods of treatment of wastewater released from bunds or feedlots. The methods are phytoremediation, aerated lagoon, and holding pond. So we have decided that the methods are the best and good to treat the wastewater from feedlot was phytoremediation method, which is this natural process. It is process of the wastewater treatment from phytoremediation. We're using the metabolism that have inside the plant. Okay, the plant will use to remove or eliminate the pollutant or contaminants from the wastewater. This method is very cheaper, safe environment than the others, and also this method good because the metabolism of plants were the mechanism in plants to treat the pollutant and remove the contaminant. So our research for feedlots for our method is we ensure the phytoremediation is very good and is very safe for environment. That's all for my part. Thank you.